This
at
conference
5:30
will now
p.m.
be recorded.
Okay, so attendance. Um, so Anne will be joining us. So it looks like everyone is here. Okay. That's correct, right? Everyone's here. Lee is no longer on the committee.
Yeah, well, there's actually a RAC membership update in the agenda, Mike, so we'll
Okay.
deal with that when we get to it.
Okay. Okay. Any disclosure of pecuniary interest? No. Okay. Um, just switching back. Okay. Motion to approve tonight's agenda. Is that Dave? Or second by RuPaul? All in favor? Okay. 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 Review of the draft minutes of the last meeting. Any questions arising from those minutes? Or any problems with those minutes?
No.
Kim, anything you want to discuss about the minutes?
Nope, nope, as written.
Okay. Okay, motion
Yes.
to adopt the
Yeah,
minutes
about a minute.
of the
Yeah.
previous meeting. Dave again, okay. Second, Anne. Okay,
Wyatt.
all in favor? Okay,
Okay, Mr. Chairman,
yes.
uh, did we not have two meetings in January? We had a sort of a last minute emergency meeting to discuss the weather and its potential impact on Winterfest.
No,
Uh,
was that for, or I thought that was
Or
for Valentine's Euchre, or was it?
no, we
we,
had an emergency last minute meeting because I had looked at the long-term forecast and it looked like we were going to be dealing with some very high temperatures, but so we had a quick meeting about that, but luckily the temperature dropped again.
There were no minutes or anything done for that, Dave, because like we didn't post an agenda. There wasn't a,
okay, that's fine.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, I was just checking my memory. We did have I guess
Yeah.
we call it an informal meeting where we talked about, we reduced some quantities for food and
Yes.
so on, talked about contingency plans in case there was no snow or whatever. But okay, it wasn't an official meeting and no minutes were kept.
No
Okay.
minutes were kept. No.
Okay, any delegations tonight, Kim?
Nope.
Okay.
Did you
So,
do business arising from the minutes?
well, I asked if there were any questions arising from
Okay.
the minutes. Um, Sound like there are no questions. Is that correct? Okay. So we've already adopted those minutes. Okay, so we're on to, I guess it would be new business ping pong.
Unfinished business. This was something
Oh,
from our previous agenda that we never got to.
okay.
So I put this on here because it was from our last meeting in January, where the ping pong club at that point was not up and going at the moment, and they had suggested maybe a possible ping pong tournament might be a good way to introduce the club back to the community. Anyways, I think between Winterfest and the fact that I know Emma did quite a bit of social media for them. At least I believe you did, didn't you, Emma? And then we also this year, rather than having them come with a drop-in fee of $3, we made it an actual membership. So you had to join the ping pong club, the Mono Ping Pong Club this year. And we made the membership for the year $30 with which was really well received. I think, Emma, what did we end up getting? 12?
I believe it's 13, 12 or 13 people.
So we got about 13 members who paid the $30. And then I know for tonight's ping pong, we had another 4 people sign up for a drop-in fee. And what was the drop-in fee, Emma? What's the drop-in fee per night?
$10.
$10. So you could either sign up for $30 for the entire session, or you paid $10 for one night to drop in. So we wanted to really encourage people to pay the $30. And I think ping pong runs right through May, like into mid-May. And they started right after Winterfest. So they started on February 7th. 7th? Yeah, February 7th. So they're very, very happy. They actually have an extra table right now. So they're playing with 4 tables. They're getting approximately 12 people every night out to play. We had a table donated to us last week. So there are 4 tables out there now. We had one table that was broken, which we received the part for today, and Dave Mikowski repaired that table this afternoon. So yeah, they've got 4 tables down there, which can accommodate 16 people at a time. So they're in good shape. No longer do we need to run a ping pong tournament.
Okay. Any other comments about ping pong? Okay. RAC member update.
I don't know, Melinda, did you want to talk a little bit about that? What's going on with?
Well, we've tried to contact Leah with no positive results. I mean, like just boo. Has said absolutely nothing. And so then she just automatically now, after having tried to contact her an X number of months and everything, she just is officially removed. And so she had a letter mailed to her from the clerk saying that, you know, thanks, but no thanks. And it wasn't just this committee either. There was a couple of other committees she was on that, so I hope she's well. You know, you do kind of, you know, when people in this day and age don't respond to you at all, you kind of wonder, like, but I suspect that she is fine, because there had been some discussion that, that in some other venue she'd been communicating. So anyway, we're in need now of a couple of members, right? Because we lost the fellow who had all great intentions but never did come, and now we've lost Leah. So we'll be recruiting 2 new people, I'm hoping.
Can we
Yes,
recommend
we're
somebody?
according to our bylaw, we can have 7 to 9 members, voting members. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're down at least 1. So if anybody knows, I don't know of
Can we-
any,
Can
I
we,
don't know of
can we
any,
recommend? Can we
Pardon me?
recommend? Can we recommend anybody?
can I recommend anyone?
Can I recommend anyone? Can you hear now?
If you have someone that you think may be interested, you can reach out to them and have them contact me.
Okay.
A Mono resident, of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
mono residents. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course, as you know, what we're really looking for here are bodies to volunteer, right? Like the name of the committee is advisory committee, but we actually are a hands-on. We really need people who are available and interested in the fun events that we do, you know?
Exactly. And I think that's really important, you know, to remember what the committee does. And Melinda's absolutely right. It's a committee that's hands-on and does a lot of work on these special events. So people need to be available for things other than meetings.
Okay. Starting with Make Mono Shine, initial planning.
Okay, so I put a list together here. Just a few things that we need to do. So for Make Mono Shine, couple of things is one, I wanted to talk a little bit about the poster that we have made. And I know we pretty much took the poster right from last year and just changed the date on it. My concern about it is on the poster, and I know Emma's going to be surprised at this, but when I was re-looking at it tonight, I'm thinking we don't talk anything about when to pick up the bags or where to pick up the bags. So just wondering what you guys think. Should we have it? I can send you the poster right now if you want. You guys can take a look at it.
I was just trying to pull up the website. Is it the same poster as what we've advertised on our website, or is it embellished more?
It's the same one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, here we
Yes,
go.
while you're doing that, just a comment from last year, it's so hard to tell whether it was helpful to offer bag pickup at Menora Park last year because the weather was so horrible. So and very few people came to pick up bags there.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, how important is it for people to pick up a bag? I mean, everybody has a garbage bag at home. What's a garbage bag worth? Like 50 cents? Is it worth driving someplace to pick one up when you've already got some at home?
It's a good point, Dave. No, I mean, it's a great point.
What we want is for people to get out there and pick stuff up and bring it to the event. Whether
Yeah.
they use their own bag from home or pick up one from us, it doesn't really matter. It's got to be a clear bag, I guess, because that's what Dufferin County wants. And presumably everybody who lives in Mono has clear bags because they're putting them out for garbage every week.
Right. It's a good point, Dave. So I know if everyone wants to take a look at the poster, I've just sent it to you. You should have it.
Yeah. How much uptake did we have last year from the, again, the weather was so crummy. Because we did it on the multipurpose pad, right? The garage sale part, or did we move them inside?
We actually, I think, Emma, if I'm correct, we only sold one garage sale table last year
2 to the same person, but yeah.
to the same person, yeah.
But we already have one person, not the same person, but we already had one person sign up today for the garage sale tables.
Okay, good. Yeah, we're trying to promote the garage sale more than we have in previous years for it.
Okay. And then the community booths are inside, just like at Winterfest, right?
No, the community booths are out. Everything is outside, weather
Everything is-
depending. Everything is outside.
If I could use
Okay,
my
good.
computer, we wouldn't have to keep people away. I like watching.
Can you guys remember last year, did we put the community booths inside?
I
No.
think so.
Yeah,
Wait,
training.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
because the weather was cold and wet.
Yeah.
We set it up
Did we?
exactly how we set up Winterfest. We had our table, like where we would have the snowflake draw table, the community booths on the other side where they would be for Winterfest, and then the garage sale at the bar or near the bar, and then the kitchen.
Yeah, and it was the Jeff Elise family that did the garage sale, because I remember them bringing a bunch of stuff and taking home a bunch of stuff.
Here, if I put it on my computer, you can go back to the group.
Okay.
Okay,
Make it big.
so
Save it there.
is everybody good with the flyer as it stands right now?
I like it. I don't think that it's as if we've made the decision. I mean, it's way less hassle if we're not having to man, because you had Shelby one day, and Mike, you had the teenagers at the menorah on the day of, right? Like, if we're not going to do that, then there's more less work for people who are distant, that people can come and be at Mono Center helping things. So therefore, I think the poster looks terrific.
I want to remind
Perfect.
people. of Ash.
Is there a place on the town website where people can go to get more information than what's on the poster?
Yeah, there's a whole web page dedicated to it.
Okay,
Yeah, and
good. So
got
should we put that there, or put a link to it, or tell people to go to the town website, or something to direct them to do that? Because the poster is fine, but it doesn't have everything, right? So if we could direct them to go to get more information, that might be good.
You able to do that, Emma?
Yep.
It does
And what-
say at the very bottom of the poster, book your table now, Town of Mono. So you could just say maybe for more information and book your table.
There's a second poster.
Maybe that's on the garage page.
Is that on the garage sale poster?
It's
It's the
Oh,
exact same page.
I only see one poster. I'm looking at my phone though, because I don't want to lose
Me too.
this.
I sent you two in the
Mono
email.
Shine, Community Cleanup Day. I see it. So it's two posters. Is it? It doesn't show two posters on my phone.
Yeah, I just sent you two
There's
in the,
Okay. So it comes out as one on my phone. So yeah, I thought
the garage sale
it was
does say
one.
table now, book your table.
Okay, yeah,
And there'd be more information too, wouldn't it?
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a different,
No, there's two of them. There's that one and this one.
yeah, it's a different poster.
Yeah.
This one's specific to the garage sale.
And on the website, the posters are sitting there in landscape mode, side by each, which I guess is what Anne's looking at, right?
so Emma, on the cleanup, or not the garage sale poster, but on the Make Mono Shine poster, can you just add in the bottom for further information, contact,
Yep.
right?
Can you add,
Yeah, like go to the town's website.
Yep.
Okay, just talk.
Can you add one more thing too? Cash only at the snack and barbecue? I assume that's what
That's
it
a
is
real-
because people didn't drink cash last time. At
Good
Winterfest, a
idea.
lot of people drink cash.
We need to invest in an ATM.
Yeah. So Emma, you'll have to get in touch with Andrew right away because I'm not sure if the newsletter's gone to print yet.
Yeah, I will. I have on my to-do list first thing tomorrow morning because I don't
Okay.
think it goes till tomorrow.
I don't either. So I think we're safe. I think we're just in under the deadline.
So as a nice gesture, I would imagine that if a family turns in 6 or 7 bags of garbage, that we can hand them 6 or 7 bags for their own future use.
Yeah, so for that's a great idea, Mike. For every bag that a person brings to us, we can give them a bag back. Why don't we do that? Yeah.
That way, like Dave said, if they want to use their own bags from home, they can do that. If they want to come by and pick up a bag, they can. So whatever makes it easiest for everyone.
Okay. Emma will be creating draw tickets. So for every bag of garbage collected, they'll get a ticket into for the draw prizes. I will reach out to local businesses. I mean, normally we get what, Emma, about a half a dozen prizes, I believe, for this. And to see whether, see if I can't get, like, I'm going to reach out to the ones that I did not reach out to for Winterfest because I kind of held them in my back pocket for Make Mono Shine. So it'll be like Mono Cliffs Inn, like the local restaurants I'll be reaching out to. The Best Western I will reach out to. I know that Hockley Valley Resort did not respond to anything for Winterfest, so I'll reach out to them again.
You know that there's a couple of new diners that are in Mono on Highway 10. I wonder whether they would be interested in supporting for the advertisement. I just saw
Yeah,
today.
so there's, I think one of them is Melanie's Diner, I believe it's called now, and then the other one is called the Eatery Junction.
Yeah. I haven't been to either of them, but they sure look like they're struggling. There's no cars out front them or anything whenever I drive by.
Yeah.
I went into Melanie's Diner about a month ago right at noon on a weekday, and I was the only person in there.
Yeah.
And I was there for 45 minutes. Nobody came in the whole time I was there. So
And how was
they're not doing a very big lunch business. I don't know how their breakfast is.
No.
I have heard that the Eatery Junction is slowly getting there. Yeah, I have heard that their business is picking up from, I was in Absolute Catering and they mentioned to me that they noticed that their parking lot is absolutely getting busier, especially on weekends. So that's good news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've yet to try it. I definitely want to try it. I hear it's quite good. So, but I'll look after that.
Just supporting mono businesses, right? We don't have very many of them. 0.1% of our land.
So what else do I have? The food, I've already been in touch with both the Mono Pickleball Club and the Mono Tennis Club. offering them the opportunity for food. Mono Pickleball Club did decline this year, but the Mono Tennis Club jumped at it. So we've called it the Mono Tennis Club Cafe, and they're going to be doing like snacks in the morning, muffins, all of that kind of thing for donation, and then they're going to put some type of lunch plate together for around lunchtime. So I understand they're going to do some type of barbecue. So I've left that completely in their hands.
So again, bring cash. Yeah, which we're going to add to the poster, right?
Yes.
There is a coriander restaurant. Coriander. Have you heard or have you been?
Coriander in Orangeville?
Yes.
In
Oh, but
Orangeville, yeah.
It has to be in mono, right? Okay.
Well, it'd be better if it was mono.
Yeah.
I
So
can,
like
I
I
can,
can you mean
I-
as a possible sponsor for the draw? Is that what you're talking about,
Yeah.
Rupal?
yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Rupal, I will take prize like donation sponsorship from anyone.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the food's been okay. The weigh station. So once again, Dave, can we use your scale?
Yes, you can use it if I can find it.
I have no idea where it is.
It's probably around here somewhere.
Okay.
You never
If
get-
not, we could probably afford to go and buy one. I think you can get one for about $15. I don't know.
Yeah, like if there's one, like if you guys, I'm happy to buy one. If anyone, can send me what we need, like find it on Amazon for me and send me the link, I will certainly buy it, and then we've
Okay.
got it.
I'll look for mine first.
Okay. And then as far as manning the weigh station, Mike, you good for that for the day again? And Dave, you'll look after driving the gator and picking up garbage as people, like help people get it out of their, all that stuff?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
What about parking? Do we need to have parking monitors?
I don't think it'll be necessary. I mean, the past history says we don't get a huge number of people, and they don't all come at the same time either. They come and go.
Okay.
One thing that could potentially affect this is that the Caledon Hills Bruce Trail Club is holding a concurrent event on the property that the Bruce Trail owns just to the south of the community center.
Okay.
But I have suggested, and the club has adopted the idea that the Bruce Trail event will park its participants on the field, which is like directly across the road from Dave Dawes' house.
Yes.
So
Yes.
there might be 20 or 30 or more people involved in that. They're going to be planting trees and shrubs on that property.
Nice.
But rather than have those people park at the community center and take up space, we'll park them on the field right adjacent to Mono Center Road. But those people will still be close enough by that they may well walk up the road and buy something from the cafe or participate in that way.
I have also heard from Jill Johnson that the Dufferin Highland Bruce Trail and Caledon Bruce Trail will share a table for the event. So she has that. She's already reached out to me in that. And I've also heard from another local Mono resident. Her name is Darlene Hostrasser, and she and another woman extract dye from plants and they use it to dye wool. So very natural, all of that. And they're wondering whether or not they could have a community booth. And I said, absolutely. Like that's kind of the stuff we're trying to promote at this event. So they will be there. Now, community booths. Island Lake Rolling Club has been there in the past. Mono Tennis Club, Credit Valley Conservation. Emma, can you reach out to CBC and fill in the request if they would like to attend? Because you can't call them anymore. You have to go through their website to find out if they would like to attend these events. Does anybody know about the Escarpment Biosphere Conservancy?
I do.
They were there 1 year.
Okay, well, they have a new executive director who is a good friend of mine.
Okay.
I'll reach out to her and see if they would like to have a display there.
Great. County of Dufferin Recycling. Emma, can you reach out to them? They've been there in the past. County of Dufferin Climate Action Team. I'll reach out to them. Or Mono Nordic Ski Club. They were there in the past. They had it. Dave, do you think they might want to be in attendance?
I can ask. We have a meeting coming up first Tuesday of the month, so that's about 10 days from now, roughly.
Okay.
So I can bring it up then, yes.
Okay. We had in the past Bruce Trail Biodiversity Committee.
Well,
They're going to be doing the planting.
yeah, we can ask again, but they're the ones that are involved with doing the planting of 400 trees and shrubs on the property just to the south. So they're going to be in the vicinity, but whether they're going to have the manpower to go to Mono, make Mono shine, I don't know, but I'll talk with them.
Okay. Sally, Henry the hiker.
I don't think he exists anymore. I think he grew up. He was only 9 when he was hiking. I think he's done with hiking.
He still exists, but I don't know if he's hiking anymore.
I don't think he's hiking anymore. We don't know about him.
He hasn't been active on Facebook lately.
Okay. I'll reach out to Monopollinator Garden to see whether or not they want to attend this year again. We had Dufferin Community Foundation 1 year.
Michelle
Fisher.
Yes, and what's the other lady? Shirley Boxham is now on that. So I can certainly.
Shirley's the president and Michelle is the executive director.
Right. I'll reach out to them to see if they're interested. And that's pretty, and then does anyone know about In Our Nature Ecological Garden?
Yeah, he's moved away. He's not in this area anymore.
Got it, okay. Okay. Is there anyone else? Like I know we've got Darlene coming. Is there anyone that anyone thinks we should be reaching out to?
Is there any that martial art like taekwondo or something? Any class or?
We try and
The kickboxing or something, yeah.
I can reach out to the Tai Chi Center.
Yes.
Thinking of it being Earth Day stuff, no?
Yeah, it's well, I mean, we've got the rowing club, Mono Tennis Club, well, we want to do them anyways because they're helping out with the event. Mono Nordic Ski Club, they've always been a very excellent partner in everything we do.
Yeah, okay.
I think
I can
last
reach
year, sorry,
Go ahead, Mike.
I think last year we discussed trying to find one of the organizations that supports a free snacks in school program type of thing, or I don't know if we were successful in finding such an organization, but that would be a great group to have involved in something like this so we can help support them and get the word out.
What about this Headwaters Farming Food and Alliance group? If that's, do they not provide snacks or something at schools? Does anyone know anything about them?
I thought they did for a time do the farm table boxes, right? Farm to table, like produce boxes, but I don't know that they do it now after COVID. I don't know whether they started back up.
They might come
Dave,
up.
you know about it?
I think that's Jamie Richards from Elmbreg Farm is involved with that. And he's encouraging people to do their own gardening, and he's got plots at his farm that people can come, and particularly immigrants and new arrivals in the area. So we could talk to Jamie and see whether they want to participate.
He also runs those courses now too.
Yeah, and he runs courses on how to do your own cold season gardening and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, really?
So-
That's awesome.
That's the Ombrick Farm guy, right?
Yeah. Jamie's a good friend of ours. We'll talk to him.
So
That'd be a
he's
good fit.
associated with Headwaters Farm and Food Alliance, or he's something different?
I think that's the organization that he's part of.
Okay.
He can.
I think he sounds like a great, kind of fit into this event.
Yeah, in the past, I think he's been awfully busy. Like with the farming that he does, he's super busy. But he's scaled back a little bit. He closed over the winter, and he just reopened a week or two ago. And he's going to do a little bit less farming than he did in the past.
Okay.
So perhaps this year he might have time, or he can recommend somebody else from that organization. So
Sure.
I'll talk to him.
That sounds great. Okay. All right, good. So community booths. Yeah, so we'll probably, if this event is held outside, which is what we strive for, set up on the Saturday morning is busy, and we need everyone on hand, and any other volunteers that you can bring with you, because we've got to set up all the community booths. We'll have to put the tables out for the garage sale. If we sell every table, we've got a possibility of 22 tables that we can sell for the garage sale. And then a possibility of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 other community booths. So that's 36 tables that may possibly have to be hauled outside the morning of and set up. So I'm thinking we should, if that's the case, we're going to pretty much have to be on site by 8 a.m. Now, we even told the garage sale people they can start setting up at 8 a.m. So Emmett and I will certainly keep you guys posted as to how the garage sale goes, and how early we're going to have to be there to handle that part of it. But if this turns out to be an indoor event, then we'll get it set up the day before. We'll have it all pre-set up. How does that sound?
All proceeds go to the vendors, correct, for the garage sale?
Yes. They have to pay $20 a piece for the garage sale tables.
Yeah, they've already given us $20, which is,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just going to kind of, is everyone's going to be there for this event? Is there anyone who has, who's not going to be able to make it? All good? Great. Okay. Emma, you'll make signage for the day, everything that we need. We'll call the Dufferin County of Dufferin to see whether or not they'll donate garbage bags, which we'll use to give back to people. And we'll have extra, just in case anybody does arrive and wants plastic gloves, we'll have them there for them. Okay. And I'll look after that. Okay. So are we going to have a table? Like in the past, we've had a map of where people go to pick up garbage. Do we need to do that? Or is it just more this year, just pick up garbage and bring it into us? And then you can tell us where you picked it up from. Like, do I need to get this big map made?
I think it has helped people in the past, especially people who are at the event for the first time or are new to Mono, where they don't really know the boundaries or where to go. So I think it's helpful.
Kim, I don't think we need to make a new one because we can just reuse the one from last year.
Okay. So we still have it, Emma? You know where it is?
I'll find it. It's either at the
Okay.
office or at Mono Community Center.
Great. And so then we normally put that like on a flip chart stand and we have push pins. Is that correct? Okay. And Emma, you look after that, or? Okay.
Yep.
Now I'm just wondering, in the past, we've had waivers that people have had to sign to go pick up the garbage. Is that not correct, Emma, that you've made waivers in the past?
Yeah.
But if we're not, I think we should still have some waivers on hand, just in case.
How
Okay.
many did we give out previous years?
Good question.
I mean, I think it's, we need to cover our behinds. And so, yes, if we're sending people out to collect, but if you've just, if you just are responding to a poster and something happens to you?
Right, that's what I'm wondering. Emma, how many have you handed out in the past?
Every single person that got a bag from us, we gave a waiver, but if you were just to bring your garbage, obviously you've already collected it, so we couldn't make you sign anything because you've already done the activity. So it's hard to say. I don't know if I have it, if I can find it in my files, because I always scan them, how many I have. Not always a ton, under 40 waivers, because they sign as families. So
there might be people that show up who are used to the format from previous years. And, if we send them out on a trail or whatever, then perhaps we should have a waiver for them to sign, just as a precaution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so music, I think we talked about this before. We're just going to have, as opposed to paying for a band for this event, we're just going to play music through speakers from the balcony.
Okay.
Save a little bit of money there. So parking will be in the two new parking lots. Parking won't be permitted in the paved parking lot. That work out, and then so we'll put pylons in between those parking lots, and then Dave will move back and forth constantly with the gator, picking up garbage to help people carry it or to get it up to the dumpster. Does that work? Okay.
Mhm.
There is a change I would like to see us make. Being on the garbage weighing team and seeing what comes in every year, a good percentage of it is bottles, liquor bottles, unfortunately, on the side of the roads, which are just thrown in with the rest of the garbage or recycling. I'm wondering if we can find a way to have people turn in bottles that we just have bins for, that we could, instead of just throwing them in the garbage, we could collect them for the Humane Society so that they could raise some money with the bottles instead of just throwing them in landfill.
I mean, sure. I don't think we can get it onto the poster because the poster is pretty jam packed right now. But we can certainly on our website put something about that. Emma, could you do that?
Are you willing to reach into the bags, Mike, and pull out the bottles, or will people do that? Okay.
No,
Or
they,
just like a thing that they can reach in with, like one of those pincers. I have one of those, but that I use on the Bruce Trail. But
yeah, there's so many sharp objects inside in the bags. I don't know if, hopefully we can get the information out in advance so that people will collect the bottles
I
differently.
wouldn't suggest that we're we're asking anyone to put a hand in a bag of garbage. We can certainly suggest, or we can certainly put information on our website for people to get liquor bottles, or what do you got, beer bottles, etc. Put them in a separate bag and bring them into us, and we'll keep them in a container and take them somewhere for, whatever monies are received, we can donate them somewhere.
you can take them directly. What's the name of that place? For the bottle donation for the SPCA. Actually, Ann and we know a volunteer who takes them. Is it a bag of sand? No, it's not bag of sand. It's
Orangeville Sand and Salt Supply.
yeah. If there weren't too many, I would take them over there to one of the volunteers. We could drop
I
them.
could, if you're going to do that, I'd be happy to take those bottles and take them to the SPCA. That's no problem.
Okay. So is everyone good with the SPCA being the recipient of any?
Yeah.
Any bottles? Okay. So Emma, maybe on the flyer you can put something about, all like keep bottles separate or whatever. What do you call those bottles? Like keep liquor and beer bottle, keep
Just returnable, aren't they? Just
returnable bottles.
returnable.
Thank you. Yes.
Returnable or cans and bottles with deposit on them.
Yeah, just, I'm sure Emma will come up with whatever the wording is, and that the funds, any funds we receive from that, or those bottles will in turn be taken to the SPCA for.
So maybe I can get some boxes, empty boxes from the liquor store so that we'll have boxes with slots in them. If
Great
people
idea.
bring things, that would make it so much easier.
Great idea. Great idea. So I'll invite the press, like I'll send them a press release and invite them to the event, and hopefully we'll get some exposure from them. I'll also make sure we have an empty dumpster on hand. That I think our dumpster gets picked up on Tuesdays. More than likely, we will not have an event prior to Saturday, and we'll make sure that the dumpster is kept locked between the Tuesday and the Saturday, so we don't get any local garbage dumped in it, because that's certainly a challenge that we do face. Okay. Okay. Can anyone think of anything else for the event? Oh, we've had guided hikes in the past. Are we going to be doing that?
Says it on our poster.
Does so.
You didn't say anything. We weren't turned on.
Okay. I'll ask Rupa from the Caledon Hill Spruce Trail Club, who's a publicity director.
Okay. Have we, Sally, has there ever been much uptake on that in the past?
Last year there were a lot of hike leaders and very few people went on the hikes because the weather was bad. Last 2 years, I think. So if the weather was nice, it was nice and sunny and enough people came out, I think there would be some people interested.
Yeah, I do too. So it would be nice to at least be able to offer one guided hike, like even around the Turnbull property, that loop over there.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you know for sure, can you let us know? And then again, we'll put that on our website as well.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing I had here was, in the past, we've done, the monopollinator group has done planting of seeds, like children's activities, but I know they did it 2 years ago. I can't remember if they did it last year as well. If not, that would be something that I'd like to see our committee take on, so that we are promoting the planting of seeds.
We did do that last year. Our committee did it, and we did it indoors. And
Did
we,
we?
and I bought a bunch of stuff, and two kids planted seeds. So we have a bunch of, we have all the stuff.
What do we have? Do we have stuff left over, Emma?
Yeah, I can't remember what exactly it is, but there's like pots. I don't know if there's any seeds. I had to go look, but it's all in the soccer room.
Yeah, there were seeds and pots, and I left behind all the seeds that the envelopes didn't get opened, carrots and cauliflower and whatever, and dirt, and the little the little paper mache cups to put the seeds in.
Okay, so Emma, if you could check on the supplies, and if Melinda, are you going to be back from your cross country?
No, I will be back for this event, but I may actually only come home Friday afternoon. I don't know.
Wow.
So I can't.
Yeah. Nope. That's fine. So
I'd be happy to help with the children
ya?
planting little pots and seeds. I'm happy to do that.
Okay,
Yeah, the supplies, if we don't have, if you find that you think we need, I don't think we need more, but if you think we need more, they just came from Dollar Store. And they had all sorts of stuff last year when I went, 3 days before the event.
so Anne, if we don't have enough, would you be willing to go to the dollar store and just pick up
Sure.
those few things?
Sure,
Well,
Emma,
like,
you can let me know. You can just let me know directly, and then I'll pick up what's needed.
yeah, Emma will send you a shopping list if required.
No problem.
That's great, Anne. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I love doing that. That's great. Do we need any other type of activity? Do you want any type of coloring activity with what do you call it? Like talking about recycling or?
The coloring table was a big hit at Winterfest. There was somebody at it all day.
Okay, so what if we had some type of like Earth Day, picture to color or something like that?
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Or hide and seek Earth Day words or whatever. They were little kids, generally speaking. They were, under 8
Okay.
at Winterfest.
So if we have an Earth Day coloring picture, then I'm wondering if we can contact, like there's an Earth Day. Well, we might be able to just find it on the website on like Google it, Emma, for coloring posters and stuff like that to promote Earth Day. And so we'll have something there. Okay.
Yeah, because we've got so many crayons and markers and all. Just printing out some stuff would be terrific.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty easy. All right. We forgotten anything? The event runs from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I will give you guys heads up. I will probably leave about 1:30 that day, as I do have an engagement down in Niagara later that afternoon. So I've already given Emma the heads up, so she will be there.
As we said, if you sign up for this committee, you need to come do it's for hands-on. Kim, this is so unusual.
Yes,
so unusual.
I know, I'm bad. I'm leaving a half hour early, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how it all goes. Okay. I think that's about all I've got. Unless anybody's got anything else.
No, yeah, it's really easy to find some coloring pictures for Earth Day, just FYI, all right? The Google.
Oh, good.
Google something?
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, Mono Pickleball Courts grand opening.
Okay, so we're having quite a few openings during the month of May, and any RAC members that could attend to show support would be. You're muted, Sally.
I'll be there because I'm there also representing the Mono Pickleball Club.
Okay.
I'm here.
I'll be there just to cheer.
Rupa will be there.
Okay, so that is set for Friday, May the 10th. Yeah.
Oh, 10th.
So Friday, May the 10th at 11 a.m. So we've got Sally, Rupal.
May 10th.
So you're able to come
May 10th in the morning.
at 11 a.m.
Are you working?
I'll see. No, I'm on holiday, but I have some program already booked. So
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
But I want to be there. But
Okay. Yep, I've already got Melinda. I know she's there. And of course, Em and I will be there. So that's great. The next one, the Lynn Gibson Park tennis courts, that has a tentative date set right now for Friday, May the 3rd at 12 noon. If anybody can attend that.
I don't think there's anything.
Maybe.
You say
Friday.
noon? You said noon?
Friday, May 3rd at 12 noon.
Yeah. Okay, so if I'm in town, of course I'll come, but.
Yeah.
We're open. You want to go to that? Sal Campbell go?
Okay, Sally and I'll go to the Lynn Gibson opening.
Yeah,
Is there
I'll
a cake?
probably go as well.
Oh, good. Thanks, Ann. Okay, this is
Is there a
great.
cake?
Yeah, there'll
Cake?
be cake.
I'll
Yay.
definitely be there then.
Okay, we'll all be there then.
What time is it? 12 noon?
12 noon.
That one's
What
at
flavor?
12 noon.
What flavor?
Of cake.
Every flavor. Any flavor.
There'll be cake and there'll be lemonade.
Oh, lemonade, lovely.
What's
Can
the
I just
next?
ask a question, Kim? We know that for the tennis, it's rain or shine.
For tennis,
Right.
yes.
I mean, for the pickleball, we've already talked about that. It's a rain or shine
Yeah.
event. Is that also true for the Lynn Gibson?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because, well, we've got the Town of Mono tent. So, and at Lynn Gibson, we also have a shelter that we've built out there. I mean, it's pretty good. We can be under there. So,
Yeah.
as long as we've got somehow to cut a ribbon. And then the next one is the Mono Center tennis courts. Tentative date is Sunday, May the 26th at 2 p.m.
Okay. Cake again?
Of course.
That's a lot of cake in May.
It is a lot of cake
Yeah,
in
I
May.
think that the tennis club will probably do some other things as well. Actually, no, I think they're just doing cake. I think we're just doing cake. Cake and lemonade. Lots of cake and lemonade.
2 p.m.
Sunday, May the 26th at 2 p.m. So I've had so for the last two, I've had provincial confirmation for representation. I'm still waiting on federal confirmation for representation for those two. So you can put a tentative beside the last two dates, but it's a definite go ahead for the pickleball opener on May the 10th. Okay.
Right.
I wanted to get those dates out to you guys so that you know about things. And I mean, the more people we have out there for support, the better it would be. And
Well,
any
the press
friends,
the press
bring
comes to take the
friends.
pictures, right?
Pardon me?
The press is there to come and take a picture of us all too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. My suggestion is if you're coming is to wear smooth soled shoes so that if you want to go onto the courts, you can, like right onto the courts. And
Stiletto.
stilettos, yeah, not a good idea. I know the pickleball club, they're going to do a little demonstration at their event or when we open those courts. So yeah, we've worked with the pickleball club on I think a pretty good agenda for the day. And yeah, I think it's going to be fun.
Terrific.
The next one is Hannison Park dedication ceremony. So for anyone who hasn't seen that on the town council meeting, the Hannison Park is the park that was known as the Fieldstone Parquet, and its name has been changed, or not changed, but it now has an official name of the Hannison Parquet, actually. So we're going to be doing a dedication ceremony for that, because if you read about where Hannison came from, it's got quite a very intriguing history to how the Heritage Committee came up with the name for the parquet. It's quite interesting. I believe the history is on the town website. So,
Yep.
and we've actually been in contact with the great-great-granddaughter of Mr. Hannison. So they will be attending this event. Date for that is yet to be decided, but I'm looking at, because we have so much going on in May, more than likely it will be the end of June. So hopefully we can do that park dedication right before the kids get out of school, or right as they're finishing school. So that's kind of my plan on that one. Okay. Okay, that brings us to the review of the 2024 Winterfest. I do have a piece of paper about that somewhere. There it is. So just quickly going over the financials. Best year we've ever had for financials for Winterfest. We brought in $1,603 from the draw. We brought in $1,151.05 from the lunch counter, and the Toonie table brought in $365.95. So we brought in a total revenue of $3,120. So it was the best we've ever done.
So was that
great.
gross or net?
No, that's gross. There were lots of
Okay.
expenses.
We
Lots
don't
of
count
So you're going to tell us more numbers, right? Okay.
So I won't go through all of them. Like I won't. Well, do you want me to read everything out to you here
No.
very quickly?
What's
Okay.
the total profit?
Bottom
Pardon
line.
me?
Bottom line, $3,000, sounds great.
Yeah. So expenses to date, which were everything except staff labor, which includes Shelby and Dave, because they did have some participation in that day and prior to. So expenses to date, which included everything from kitchen supplies to the sleigh rides to the band, propane, all of that, games, crafts, all of those. We spent $3,623.47.
$600.
Pardon me. So yes, so we went down by $503.47. However, council does think about us at budget time for this event, and in the budget we were allotted $3,900 from council. So I think probably we're going to be coming out to the good, because if you take the $3,900, you subtract the $500 that from our own revenues and expenses, that brings us down to $3,400, which is ample amount of money to cover labor from recreation staff. So we did great.
Okay.
As
Good.
financially, like we are certainly accountable for the event, but it goes without saying that it's really important that we do that snowflake draw. And I mean, I'd like to talk a little bit about the kitchen. So the kitchen supplies, just to let everybody know, were approximately $1,253. And we brought in about 11 plus 350. 1150 plus 350 is 1,500. So just giving you an update on that one, okay? We had a ton of chili left over. A ton of chili. If I can make any recommendation, it would be, when I think about all of the work and the cost that goes into making the chili, as much fun as it is, like, believe me, we had a great time in the kitchen. But my suggestion would be for Winterfest that we forego the chili for next year and stick with, we could have sold twice as many hot dogs as what we had. You know, stick with like the hot dogs, the samosas. We had samosas left over.
A lot of samosas left over.
Yeah, a lot of samosas.
And all of the gulab jamun except for the one I ate.
Yeah, no one bought any of that.
No.
So I'm, you know, open for comments here. What do you guys think?
Do you have records?
The donuts were so popular.
Yeah, donuts. Donut.
They
They're
love the
so
donuts.
Yeah.
Kim, do you have records on all the amount of food that you bought so you can figure out for next year, like what you sold?
Well, I have receipts.
Okay, because if we knew that, then you could, well, you know that you're going to eliminate chili, but like order fewer,
Oh yeah,
samosas and all that stuff, lower the numbers.
I do have like, I know exactly how many hot dogs I bought. I know how many samosas we bought.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the best thing is to keep it simple, and I know that the donuts were very popular, and there were certain kinds that people kept asking for when we ran out of those, but.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah.
and the hot dogs were a big hit too because they were the jumbo Costco ones that you got. Everybody was very impressed with the foot long. Like it was a novelty in itself, right? Rather than
Yeah.
just a little limp.
And you could feed 2 people for 1 hot dog in a lot of cases. You had 2 kids.
did
People love that. They thought they were getting a deal. Like, okay, buy 1 hot, you know?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
were
so that
huge.
was
And the hot dogs were priced. I had worked out the price per hot dog, and we were making about a $2 profit per hot dog sold. So it's not a bad.
Only one comment, because when I was looking after that, the not hot dog, the donuts. So some lady, few lady came with the gluten-free food. So I didn't have any because samosa had gluten, then donut, everything.
We
So
had
there's
we did have vegetarian hot dogs available.
no, but the gluten-free. So because
So gluten-free buns it's not a bad idea to try it for next year.
Sure, great idea.
Not a large quantity, but some, and give it a try. And same with desserts. Like I don't think they make gluten-free donuts, but I don't know. They definitely have cookies.
Okay, great idea.
And what about the pop? We need to remember that for next year, that we think people shouldn't eat aspartame, but they want to.
Yeah, pop sold out.
Except for the Coke Zero.
No,
Which
Coke Zero
has-
was not popular. Don't order that again. But actually,
has
most of the
aspartame in it, because we looked at the label. It does have aspartame, but the connotation is everybody, if you're going to go with aspartame, everybody seems to really like Diet Coke. So
apparently the taste of that was really bad because at Euchre, Sharon and Martin tasted one and she brought it back and said, just, can you dispose of this for me? So I tasted it, but apparently it's not great.
yeah, so we just need to remember that for next time, that yeah, buy what we think Well,
So
buy what they
Diet
want. They should have.
Should there
Diet
be
Coke.
Diet Coke next year? I think there should be an option for that.
A little bit. I think Coke, 7-Up, and ginger ale, if you had that mainly, with a little bit of Diet Coke, and that would probably be good.
Okay,
Or if you want to stay away from the chemicals in Diet Coke, you could just get a couple cases of Buble.
Yeah. You
Okay.
could do that. Buble or Aha, one of those two.
okay. Great ideas.
Right, because people do like the pop. They do. They are helping themselves to the water, right? We had the lemon water out like we always do, and the tea and
Yep.
coffee. But people really do. If you're in for a hot dog, people do seem to go for the pop to go with it.
Yeah, the hot apple cider, it all went.
Yeah,
So
previous years I've taken home some apple juice, and no, there was nothing this year. Yeah, that was good. Good volume on that one. Hot chocolate?
Dave, how was the marshmallow roast?
That was fine.
We used them all.
I used them all up, but they didn't disappear until almost the end of the event. So not many people were
And
disappointed.
I bought 4 bags. 4
And
small bags.
there were some kids that came back again and again and again. Probably ate a dozen marshmallows for one kid. Something else outside the toboggan hill, sledding hill. We had a little problem there because of the weather that had preceded the event. The hill was quite icy, and so we hadn't done any advanced preparation or anything there, and there was 1 or 2 spots where people in previous days or weeks had built like a mound so that it made a jump. So if you went down and you hit the mound, you'd fly off it and get some air, which was solid ice by the time of the event. And
Dave, we take that, they do that, it seems to be a challenge between Dave Makowski, our maintenance, and we know who's building it.
yeah,
And it's the second we take it out, which is daily, they put it right back in.
okay. Well, I think this one had been there quite a while because it was frozen solid. It was really hard ice. And so I went over it a few times with the ski trail groomer, and it didn't do very much good. I think eventually Dave Markowski came and destroyed it with a pickaxe or something. But I did quite a bit of ski trail grooming on the sledding hill, which
Okay.
did help. So next year, depending on what the weather is, we should probably have a look at that sledding hill or toboggan hill a day or 2 before the event and
Okay.
see if there's any advanced preparation we'd like to do.
Okay.
Good idea.
Can we go back to the marshmallow fire for a moment? Because you recall that I brought the wood, and there was a request that if you'd like it next year, he will, if he got some advance notice, he's happy to donate it, but he wants to make sure it's the best wood. So how much might you need? And he will have it all ready and prepared. If you'd like to arrange, let us know. Let him know, because he makes wood all summer. So he will have some excellent wood set aside if he knows how much you need.
Okay, well, that's great. Nice offer. This year, if anything, we had more than we needed.
So you had some extra, which is better than not having enough.
That's right. And particularly, he gave us a couple of boxes full of softwood scraps, cut-offs from 2x4s and things like that, which we didn't really need or
Okay,
use.
so that's what he wants to know. If you want proper, split
Can we-
logs, and what length would you like them?
Well, the length,
You let me know,
no,
Dave. We don't have to talk
Okay.
to the whole committee. You let me know I'll let him know and it'll be there.
Okay, I'll do that next year.
Or soon,
But we
before the
need to
summer.
know this summer when he's making wood.
Okay.
Make a note.
Great.
Um, yeah, that was very, very kind of him to donate. Are you okay to say the name, Anne, of the gentleman who donated the wood? You're muted.
I'm
You're
muted.
muted. Sorry, you're still muted, Anne?
Mark Darby.
Well, don't say it.
Mark Darby?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. So huge shout out to Mark Darby. Really appreciate that. So we'll have his name recorded in our minutes, okay?
Sure.
We really appreciate, yeah. Okay, so anything else to say about Winterfest?
I have a suggestion.
Sure.
It's an incredible event. It's awesome. There are many, many volunteers to make it happen.
Mm.
And I was wondering if, because we have so many volunteers, we need an administrator or a volunteer of the volunteers. Because there was
Coordinator.
a slip up where one of the volunteers had to leave and the person that was supposed to take over did not come. And the table couldn't be left. I had to beg somebody to come and take over. So, plus I was doing the Toonie table and I was happy to have other people, giving me a hand. But sometimes there would be like originally there were a couple of young gentlemen there. They were there on time and they wanted me to let them know what was needed. And I didn't know what their job was or who they were there for, or I couldn't coordinate it. As it turned out, I said, how about you help me pack these cookies? I got some rubber gloves and they were happy to do that. So and that's just what I know. But what was particular concern was the person that had to leave and their substitute wasn't there, even though there was supposed to be. And
Yeah.
it was, so what I'm just
Well,
saying,
I'm
there's
just
so
trying
many,
to think how a volunteer coordinator, because I know we did have set up a time for when somebody had to leave and somebody had to take over. And I know we had that organized. So I mean, sure, a volunteer coordinator might be great. I'm happy to, MIC, you're saying you have to go?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Okay.
See you later.
Okay.
Can I add something just very quickly? Okay, I
Sure.
think the problem was the Bruce Trail. We might need to have an extra float. If we just had a person that was kind of unassigned that would go around and relieve people and cover holes, if that's possible. One of the people who was supposed to be there was leading a hike in the morning, and a lady fell down and had to go to the hospital. She broke her wrist. So the person, it was our club president, was supposed to be at Winterfest, and then there was a communication problem with somebody else at the Bruce Trail who was supposed to replace them. So it was kind of our fault, but like we didn't know that lady was going to break her wrist on a hike in the morning. So if there was a float person around and there was like a hole that wasn't filled, then somebody could say, Sally, go fill this space for half an hour or whatever. Like someone who's not assigned or something like that, if we have enough volunteers, and a coordinator, like Ann said, but just someone who knows where everybody's supposed to be, and if there's a glitch, then you know who to go to, and then that person finds the float and sends them there.
Okay.
Good.
So normal, I mean, I run around taking pictures, but that's one thing that, you're more than welcome to come to me about, because I do not put myself anywhere specifically, but so that I am available for people to find me and say, we have a problem.
Well, I could not find you. And Melinda, you remember that. I found Melinda and we were both looking for Kim.
Right, which we did. We found her eventually. But,
Yeah, I know, but in
there
the meantime, it was a half an hour. I mean, people are volunteers. They have other appointments. They had to go. I'm just saying, this is I was thinking, how could we avoid this? And if we had somebody who was absolutely in charge of volunteers, and if there's an issue like a volunteer isn't there, what's the backup plan?
And a phone list. So if you had to get Kim, the phones all work out there, right? Like either walkie-talkies or a phone or something, so we can contact Kim if we're like having a problem.
No.
I will tell you, there's very, very, very limited phone reception out there. You have to be in the right spot.
You have
out there.
walkie-talkies? No walkie-talkies? Because you could have like 3 or 4 walkie-talkies with certain people, so we could reach the key people, and you could tell someone, and then they could tell somebody else.
Yeah, a walkie-talkie might be a good idea, because I mean, it wasn't like I was hiding anywhere. I was there, you know.
I'm sure you were, Kim. I just couldn't find you. Do we have to go?
Okay, so
It's 7 o'clock.
I'm trying to think that maybe volunteer. I'm putting down a volunteer coordinator, walkie-talkies.
Purchase walkie-talkies.
Yeah. They're good ideas.
Hello, Rod.
Hey, Rod. Yeah. Yeah, I've got it down here. And I'm thinking maybe a volunteer coordinator, maybe that person stays in one spot, like maybe that person sits at the snowflake draw table, so that if you need that person, you know where to find them.
We'll be sure to discuss it in advance of next year, but we gotta move on.
Okay.
Review of Euchre.
Actually, Emma has now left, so Emma has all the financials for the Euchre, so I would suggest that.
Next meeting's fine.
Yeah,
It was
Okay.
fun, but.
Euchre was fun.
Yeah, it went very well.
Okay, was Emma also gonna be in charge of the soccer program update, or can you do that, Kim?
Soccer program. Let me just put soccer. Registration is sold out. We are sold out. We have 200 kids. And registration was open to only Mono residents for, I believe it was a minimum of 2 weeks prior to other people, to opening up to others. Okay. So it was Mono residents, and then it went out to people that had registered in the past, and then it was wide open. So we are sold out.
So if you had to guess, how many of the 200 are in fact Mono residents?
I don't know. You'd have to speak to Emma about that. Emma keeps track of all the registrations.
Okay, trivia tourney possibility.
If we could actually defer that, that was something that I thought of as an additional program that we might want to think about.
Okay,
Because I know at Euchre, they were asking for us to do a 3rd Euchre night. People seem to really enjoy it. And so it was just something that came to my attention, that maybe a trivia night as opposed to a 3rd Euchre night might be something that we might be interested in.
yeah, that would be very popular, I'm sure. Okay, any questions about our future? Yes, Dave.
Holding it at the different location, did not adversely affect the attendance. It was well attended. Although a few people mistakenly went to Mono Center and then discovered it wasn't there
I did.
and had to go down to Menorah. But it seems that either location works just fine.
Okay.
Okay, any questions
Let
about
me,
the
let me
list?
just see if Emma has uploaded the Euchre financials. I might be able to give you that information right now. Yep. What we got here? Okay, so it looks like she's got it here. So we had 50 online registrations. So registrations came in at $1,300, $341 in bar sales. And then we had another $78 of wine and beer that we sold on the night of the event, like that we didn't sell, like people purchased. And then we have an additional, I believe, $100 from that beer and wine that was not sold that I was able to sell here at the office. So net sales were $1,819. And our expenses were $1,142. So we made $677. Not bad.
Very good.
Good.
Okay. Okay.
Any questions about our list of future events and dates?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, if I can just throw one thing out there about the soccer program, we normally do a barbecue at the end of our soccer program every year on the last night, and we no longer can get a barbecue from Sobeys. They don't lend out their barbecue any longer for liability reasons. We've also checked Universal Rentals or Sunbelt Rentals, and we're not able to rent one. They for the same reason, they too don't rent out barbecues any longer. Does anyone have any suggestions as to where a barbecue we might be able to get a barbecue from? Because we use the town barbecue, but we need to.
Is it a particular size that you're looking for, Kim?
Of barbecue?
Yeah, like
Like
is it like
a
big commercial one, like?
Yeah, commercial ones.
Yeah.
Sobeys has always been so wonderful. Yeah. So if anyone has any ins on where I might be able to get my hands on a barbecue, that would be amazing.
Okay.
Okay.
Is the kids pay a little extra money and it includes the barbecue, so they get it for free?
Oh yeah. So what we do is everyone, they tell us whether they want a hot dog or hamburger. And so then we have every single team, we know how many, so, say we've got one team of 10 kids, we know, yep, they want 5 hot dogs and 5 hamburgers. We put them all in a box for them, load them up with their drink, with their bag of chips, with all of that, put it all together along with the coaches. and then we give the box out, and then they go as a team either before or after, depending on which group they're in, and they sit as a team and have their end of the year barbecue. Works out
Okay.
really well.
So Kim, are you looking for a donation or are you willing to pay to rent one?
Oh, well, we'll pay to rent one. Well, like I'm trying to find one. Yeah.
How about a
Okay,
food truck?
Pardon?
M&M,
No,
Sorry,
we actually tried them.
M&M's used to do a barbecue regularly outside of their store. I'm wondering,
Yeah, they no longer will.
They
We've
don't either,
contacted
okay.
M&M's as well. Yeah.
okay,
There's
so,
a party rental place in Caledon, looks like the closest one, and some rental places in Brampton. Guess you'd have to phone them. Yeah, but no, there certainly isn't anything obvious around here. And do you know somebody?
Not to buy.
I'm looking for.
no, but I'm wondering if you just went on Marketplace and Googled in Marketplace in the area, barbecues to rent.
Town's Heating and Cooling hasn't.
No, but not for rent.
Well, they might. You don't know. You need to
The
call.
barbecue rentals on the Google shows lots of people in Toronto. McLean Sherwood Event Rental has a Brampton office and a Caledon office.
There you go.
Okay.
I'll reach out to Mono Amaranth because I've been involved in a few years of Science in the School fundraisers there, and they've had multiple barbecues right outside the school there. So I'll ask them where they got those from.
Great.
That would be awesome. That'd be great. Okay.
Yeah, it's not obvious.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Are we just about done? Because it's getting dinner hour here, time change, and so people are kind of waiting for me.
It's well
So-
past it when you're here.
It's time to eat.
Yes.
So they're sort of kind of, if we're almost done, I'll just wait, but if for another half hour, I'm gonna have to decline and
I
leave.
think we're at the end of the agenda here.
Let's do that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes. We've covered everything on the agenda and deferred what we didn't. So Kim, I
So
just
if you
think
want
Can I
there's
make
one
a
last
motion to
thing.
adjourn?
Yes, go ahead, Dave.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Kim, did you
Okay.
not have one last thing to say before the motion, or are you okay?
I can, sure, go ahead.
Did I forget something that I'm thinking about?
No. Not there anymore.
Just the future event and dates was the last thing that Mike said, and nobody said anything specifically about it.
I'm sorry?
We then talked about the barbecue. Was the barbecue at the end of the soccer program under the future events and dates? That was the last item that I don't think you
Yes.
said or
We
anything.
do. The soccer barbecue is done on the last day of soccer, which I believe this year is August the 14th.
Right, and then the other August item is the Merry Melodies, right?
Oh, yes, Merry Melodies. It's not on there.
No, no.
Mono.
Mono
So
Melodies.
Merry
But it's in
Oh,
our
Mono
It's in our
Melodies.
news- Mono Melodies. It's coming out in our newsletter that's going to press, right? It's tomorrow, so.
Yes, so Mono Melodies is August the 18th, Sunday, August the 18th. I'm looking at it right here on my calendar.
Okay. All right.
Okay, all in favor of Dave's motion to adjourn? Okay, see you next time.
Carrie. Bye.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.
Guys.
Bye.
Mono Melodies, yeah. All right, great. Thanks very much.
Bye.
Okay, see ya.
See ya.
Bye.